Have you ever looked up at a storm gathering on the horizon and felt a shiver run down your spine? A feeling that it's more than just weather? For centuries, many indigenous cultures, particularly those in North America, have seen the flash of lightning and heard the boom of thunder not as random acts of nature, but as direct communication from a powerful being, the Thunderbird. Imagine a bird so immense that its wingspan blots out the sun. Its feathers shimmer with the colors of a storm cloud, and with every flap, it unleashes thunderous booms that echo across the land. Lightning flashes from its eyes, striking the earth below. This isn't just a creature of myth. For many, the Thunderbird is a sacred ancestor, a spirit of the sky, a powerful guardian, and sometimes a harbinger of change. These legends speak of prophecies sent by the Thunderbird, warnings delivered before great disasters. Think of it like nature's own early warning system. Before a devastating flood, a prolonged drought, or a brutal winter, the sky would change. The Thunderbird would appear, its presence a clear and urgent message to those who knew how to listen. The sky wasn't just falling, it was speaking. And who were the interpreters of this celestial language? The tribal shamans and spiritual leaders. These weren't just roles. They were sacred duties. A shaman would dedicate their life to understanding the whispers of the wind, the patterns of the clouds, and the very voice of thunder. When the Thunderbird's call echoed through the canyons, the shaman would enter a trance, listen intently, and decipher the message. Was it a warning of danger? A promise of rain for thirsty crops? Or a call for the tribe to come together in ceremony? The thunder wasn't just noise. It was a complex language, and the shamans were its most fluent speakers. This deep connection between the spiritual and the natural world often manifested in dreams. It was believed that the Thunderbird could visit a person in their sleep, especially those with a strong spiritual connection. A dream of a great storm wasn't just a random nightmare. It was a vision, a direct message from the sky spirit. An elder might dream of a mighty river overflowing its banks, and upon waking, would alert the village. They would see the dream not as a product of their own mind, but as a warning sent by the Thunderbird, giving them precious time to move to higher ground. This wasn't superstition. It was a survival strategy woven into the very fabric of their spirituality. What's fascinating is how these ancient stories often align with real-world historical and geological events. Archaeologists and historians have found evidence of massive, sudden floods, volcanic eruptions, and dramatic climate shifts that devastated ancient communities. For example, stories of a great bird of fire and ash might correspond to a volcanic eruption that occurred thousands of years ago. The memory preserved and passed down through generations as the tale of an angry sky spirit. The legend of the Thunderbird, creating a great flood by dropping a massive lake from the sky, could be a cultural memory of a glacial dam bursting. These oral histories weren't just campfire stories. They were a living record, a way of remembering and understanding catastrophic events long before written language was common. They encoded critical environmental knowledge into a narrative that was both memorable and meaningful. At the heart of all these legends is a profound lesson about respect. Respect for the power of nature. In our modern world, we often see ourselves as separate from, or even dominant over nature. We build dams to control rivers and forecast storms with satellites. But the Thunderbird myths remind us that we are a part of nature, not above it. The Thunderbird's warnings were a call for humility, a reminder that the forces of the sky and earth are immensely powerful and must be respected, not controlled. Ignoring these warnings in the stories always led to disaster. This wasn't about cowering in fear, but about living in harmony and paying attention to the world around you. It's a lesson in ecological balance that is more relevant today than ever before. These warnings and the deep respect for the Thunderbird didn't just influence daily life. They actively shaped tribal rituals and ceremonies. If a shaman interpreted the thunder as a sign of displeasure from the spirit, the community would gather. They would perform ceremonies of appeasement, offering prayers, songs, and dances to restore balance and show respect. These weren't just symbolic gestures. They were powerful community actions that reinforced social bonds, reaffirmed their connection to the natural world, and collectively focused the tribe's intention on survival and harmony. For instance, specific dances might be performed to call for rain during a drought, or to give thanks for a storm that passed without causing harm. Rituals became the formal way for the community to respond to the Thunderbird's messages, a dialogue between humanity and the immense power of the sky. So the next time you see a storm brewing, take a moment. Listen past the noise. In many traditions, that rumble isn't just atmospheric pressure. It's the heartbeat of the world, a voice from the dawn of time. The legend of the Thunderbird teaches us that the world is alive, that it communicates with us, and that our survival depends on our ability to listen. It is a beautiful and powerful idea that we are in a constant conversation with the world around us, and the sky itself has stories to tell and warnings to share if only we remember how to interpret its language. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the world of the Thunderbird. If you enjoyed this exploration of myth, nature, and ancient wisdom, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next adventure. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.